Abortion is a popular procedure that is done to end or terminate the life of an unborn child. Over the past few years, due to changes in our society, this procedure, known as abortion, is now more popular than ever. You have two groups of people who feel very strongly on this issue. They are deemed pro-life supporters and pro-choice supporters. Pro-life meaning abortion is considered murder and murder is wrong, and also the unborn child has a right to life. Pro-choice supporters believe that it's a woman's body and she can do with it what she wants. So, should abortion be considered illegal or legal? Today I will persuade you that abortion should be considered illegal. But first, let's look at some arguments and points that I got from wholeworldinhishands.org. I will state the pro-choice argument first, followed by the pro-life argument. Pro-choice supporters say, it's just a blob of tissue, doesn't matter. While pro-life supporters say, the preborn child has a heartbeat by the end of the 3rd week. By the time an abortion can be performed, the unborn child has already grown arms, legs, hands, fingers, etc. Pro-choice says, we don't know when life begins, but pro-life says, embryology textbooks say life begins when an egg and a sperm unite. It's my body, I can do what I want to with it. Well, technically when you're pregnant, it's two bodies. So, what exactly is abortion and why is it performed? Abortion is a procedure that is done to kill, terminate, or end the life of an unborn child inside the mother's womb. This information came from nlm.nih.gov. According to womensissues.about.com, there are 3 main reasons why women resort to abortions. They include women become pregnant and they don't want the baby to have a negative impact on their life. They're either not married or have relationship issues, or they're financially unstable. There are also other reasons why women resort to abortion, such as complications within the pregnancy that might kill the baby anyway, or kill the mom, or both. So now that we know exactly what abortion is, let's look at the history of abortion. According to PBS.org, Roe v. Wade was a landmark court case that began in Texas and continued to the Supreme Court in 1973. It divided the country and still divides the country today more than any other court case in history. In 1970, Linda Coffey and Sarah Weddington began a lawsuit on behalf of Norma McCorvey, also known as Jane Roe. They claimed that not being able to have an abortion in the state of Texas violated her rights as a citizen of the state of Texas and the United States. The lawsuit was filed on behalf of, or against, Dallas County District Attorney Henry Wade. The Texas court ruled that the law violated the Constitution. So Wade then appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, and the decision ruled 7-2 that the law did indeed violate Roe's right to privacy. The court also stated that the unborn child was not under the definitions of a person under the U.S. Constitution. The Supreme Court ruled that states could no longer ban or forbid abortions under any circumstances. According to OperationRescue.org, there are roughly 1.21 million abortions performed in America each year. My first chart here has something to do with that. 47% of women who are pregnant give birth, 40% of women who are pregnant abort, and 13% of women who are pregnant miscarry. Also, by the age of 45, more than 1/3 of the women in the United States have had at least one abortion. It's under 1% of girls under the age of 15 have had an abortion, and the peak of that, of women having an abortion, is between 20 and 24 years old. Women who have never been married count for 1/3 of abortions. Less than 1% of abortions are performed because of rape or incest. 21% of women choose abortion because of financial reasons or they're not ready for responsibility. 16% of women said that their life would change too much because they didn't want a baby. 12% of women said they had relationship problems or they were not married. 11% said they were too young, and 11% said that it was due to the baby having health issues or problems. Women who have abortions are 6 to 7 times more likely to commit suicide. So not only is abortion morally wrong, it also has negative effects to women who perform them. Suicide rates among women who have had an abortion are approximately 34.7, while women who gave birth have a suicide rate of 5.9 per 100,000. teenagers who have had an abortion are 10 times more likely to commit suicide. All this information that I just told you came from nationalrighttolife.org. Morally, almost everyone can agree that abortion is wrong, according to Gallup.com and conflicting beliefs on abortion. That's what this chart says right here. This is an American view on abortion. It's taken from Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. As you can see, it's higher. Most people agree that abortion is morally wrong. And it's always been like a continual of observation. Most people say the same. However, between 2005 or 2006 and 2007, they kind of came to a consensus and both agreed. You know, half of them believed that it was morally right, half of them believed that it was morally wrong. Biblically, the Bible never directly states when life begins, but there are many instances where life is referred to in the womb, such as Psalms 139:13-16. That verse states, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together inside my mother's womb. I will praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in a secret place. When I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." In Matthew 18:10, Jesus tells us not to despise or look down on the little children. They are not considered any less powerful or less significant in God's eyes, nor should they be viewed this way in humans' eyes. The Old Testament is a better source when it comes to abortion being right or wrong, since it gives us the law in Exodus. Exodus 21, verse 22-23, specifically deals with the issue of killing a fetus. If men are fighting and hit a pregnant woman and she gives birth prematurely, but there is no serious injury, the offender must be fined whatever the woman's husband demands and the law allows. But if there is serious injury, you are to take life for life. Clearly, this verse states that anyone who kills a child must be punished with their life. So as one nation under God, the United States is under God's law. The United States was founded on His principles, and the government should uphold His laws. God states that abortion is murder, and murder is clearly wrong. Abortion should be considered illegal because we as humans are held to a higher authority than just the United States government. Since humans are imperfect creatures, we should have laws built on principles from a perfect God that protects human life and keeps us on the track we should follow. Thank you.